The Gungan Phalanx has arrived. The kit reveal dropped just a few moments ago by Tuscan Meathead on the official forums, and we are here to disseminate what is included. This is the final marquee before Jar Jar comes to the game. Who knows when that particular Gungan will be joining us, but I can't imagine it'll take CG too long. Without further ado, let's check this one out. Alright, the Phalanx has got a heck of a smile on him, and I have got to respect him for that. The Gungan Phalanx is a light side with 3 abilities by the looks of things. Unique alignment light side, categories, tank, and Gungan. We knew this was going to be the tank of the show, and boy do the Gungans need it. Key attributes: gains taunt when the ally shield generator loses multiple stacks of plasma shielding a turn. While the shield generator is active, Gungans are immune to protection disruption. That's huge. Immunity to protection disruption, and gain foresight whenever Phalanx assists. Cool. Raise the shield. To reflect some of the incoming damage with retaliate and protect your allies with shield up. Shield up? Assist his allies when he is not damaged by the enemy. Phalanx brings the first Omicron for Galactic Challenges? No. Now those pesky feats might not be as difficult. You've got your boy Scribble for that. You don't need... No. No, honest, no. 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 Alright, when deciding on Phalanx, we looked at the Gungan's military unit, Multi-Liwagyagong, yep, I pronounced that perfectly, and saw a shield, which could be a perfect choice for a tank in the squad. Both the Phalanx's special abilities uses the shield in a unique way, one of which will be deflecting incoming fire, just like in the battle for Naboo. The Phalanx abilities we looked at in unique ways. The Phalanx could use his shield against the enemy. Strategy chips. Fierce Poke, which is such a great name for it. I fiercely poke you, good sir. Can inflict defense down or daze if they already have defense down, and also provides protection over time when attacking out of turn, making it difficult to defeat his other allies. Ayo, watch out! Gives Phalanx taunt and inflicts the enemy with tenacity down, allowing for powerful Gungan debuffs to be applied. Tenacity down is a fantastic debuff. It's really good to see that here. Phalanx gains max protection whenever he uses an ability while taunting, which increases his potential damage from Raise the Shield. When is he available? This Thursday at 11 AM Pacific Time. Does his marquee have daily rewards? Of course he does. Where is the Omicron? It's a galactic chat. No. Just no. Alrighty then. Basic ability is Fierce Poke, which I still really like. Poke him fiercely. Yes, take that, Droidica, you little roly thing. I said thing, alright? It's PG friendly. Deal physical damage to the target enemy and inflict defense down for a single turn. If the target enemy already has defense down, then daze them instead for a single turn. Whenever a Phalanx attacks an enemy out of turn, the weakest Gungan ally gains 3 stacks of protection over time for 2 turns. Now, the weakest ally means the ally with the lowest maximum health and protection. Special 1. Hey-oh, watch out! Cooldown of 4. Final text. Deal physical damage to all enemies and inflict tenacity down on them for 2 turns. Okay, so it's an AoE 2-turn tenacity down. That's huge. If the enemies were separatist, also inflict provoked for 2 turns, which can't be copied, dispelled, or resisted. That's great. Against GG, everybody is provoked, which means we can target whomever we so choose. Phalanx taunts for 1 turn. 4-turn cooldown for a taunt. If Phalanx was already taunting, he recovers 20% protection. That's not too bad. Means of recovering your own protection. Raise the shield. Hey look, he puts up his shield. It's almost like it was meant to be. Turn cooldown, 4-turn cooldown once again. Final text. Dispel all debuffs on himself and deal physical damage to the target enemy. Deal an additional instance of damage equal to 10% of the Gungan Phalanx max protection. That's pretty cool. 10% max protection. It doesn't say true damage, but I imagine that is true damage, which unfortunately... No, I think this will circumvent anything that takes reduced damage from percentile health effects, because it's not a percentile health effect. Inflict vulnerable on all separatist enemies for 2 turns, which can't be copied, dispelled, evaded, or resisted. Gungan allies gain shield up 25% for 2 turns. I think that's protection up? No, it's similar to protection up. Let's have a look. For 2 turns, and Phalanx gains retaliate for 2 turns, which can't be copied. Ah, that's great. So that's how he's going to be attacking out of turn all the time, which is quite handy, because we saw it over here. Where was it? When Phalanx attacks an enemy out of turn, the weakest Gungan ally gains 3 stacks of protection over time for 2 turns. So basically, when he attacks out of turn, he's going to be passing that pot. This over here gives him that retribution, so he will start attacking out of turn. That's really cool. Okay, so gain a shield based on max protection. All right, okay. I'm still not entirely clear on what that is. Is that like bonus protection? Who knows? Retaliate. Whenever this character is damaged by an attack, deal 20% of the damage received per stack to the attacker as true damage. This damage cannot defeat enemies. So we've had this before. This is similar to the Galactic Republic modifier, and I think there is currently a Macecron, Datacron, that does the same sort of thing. It sounds nice in principle, but generally speaking, I find that 20% reflected damage doesn't really add up to a whole lot. Especially when you're attacking a tank, where they usually have a high level of armor to sort of mitigate the amount of incoming damage. So instead of somebody normally doing like 100,000 points of damage in an attack, they end up doing like 30,000 points of damage. You're reflecting 20% of that, so you deal back like 6,000 points. Maybe, we'll see how this plays out. Unique 1. Let Misa help. At the start of battle, Phalanx loses 75% of his max health and gains that much max protection. This is the same for all the Gungans so far. Whenever Phalanx is not damaged by another enemy, on the next other ally Gungan's turn, that ally gains potency up for 1 turn. Phalanx will assist and remove 8 stacks of recharge from the allied shield generator. Wow, okay. If the shield generator loses 2 or more stacks of plasma shielding in a single turn, Phalanx taunts. That's good. So it basically gives him a means of passively taunting whenever the enemy starts hitting the shield generator. You're like, ay, no, you hit me. You say hit me, sir. Yeah. Whenever Phalanx uses an ability whilst taunting, he gains 2% stacking max protection for the rest of the encounter. Whenever the allied shield generator is destroyed, the Phalanx recovers 50% protection and Gungan allies dispel all debuffs on themselves. If there is an active ally shield generator, Gungan allies are immune to protection disruption, which is a huge deal because protection disruption would wreck this team. There aren't many characters that do actually apply protection disruption. I'm trying to even think of anything that does outside of Fleet. It's not a whole lot. Adrad, I guess. But it would completely ruin this team because they pass 75% of their max health to protection. So getting rid of their protection would be pretty bad. Whenever the Phalanx assists another Gungan ally, that ally receives Foresight for 1 turn. Oh, that's pretty cool. Passing Foresight, making them more tanky. While in Galactic Challenges, this is the Nomicron. At the start of the first turn, the allied shield generator gains 10 stacks of plasma shielding. Enemies can't assist if they're targeting the Phalanx at the start of the encounter, and whenever an enemy is defeated, all Gungan allies gain 100% evasion for 1 turn. Whenever a Gungan ally uses a special ability for the next 2 turns, all Gungan allies have 50% offense, and their basic abilities expose the target for 1 turn. Whenever a Gungan ally inflicts defense down, all Gungan allies gain offense up for 1 turn, and whenever a Gungan ally attacks at a turn, they remove 20% turn meter from the target enemy. I don't know how much I can state this, ladies and gentlemen, but if this Omicron becomes required for us to be able to compete in the upcoming Gungan Galactic Challenges that we're going to get for the next 6 months, I'm going to lose my proverbial mind. I don't know. This is all the way up there with a Conquest Omicron, guys. Maybe this is why CG were asking, what would make us want to apply a Conquest Omicron, because they knew that a Galactic Challenge Omi, specifically one that clearly is designed to not help you get your feats done for every single feat that there ever might be. This is just specifically, this will help you with Gungan ones, or where you need to win without losing units or something. I can't see this being worthwhile. Don't do this. Not like this. Not like this. And then, of course, we do have the rather wonderful Tuscan Meatheads art, which clearly looks like a particular Gungan having a nice day at the beach. He's got his own little beach ball over here. It looks like he's got his own little MP3 player / radio and a couple of towels. He's having a good time. I mean, top tier art as usual. I think the kit overall sounds pretty exciting. We're beginning to see how it all comes together here. It's going to have a constant source of tanking as the battle goes on. He is going to be raising that max protection. He's going to be able to be using that max protection to deal additional damage. I like it. It's nice. Hopefully, it's enough to, with Jar Jar, of course. bring this team into viability, because at the moment they're just missing some stuff. Maybe a legendary character could come out and help them out a little bit. Overall, pretty cool, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you going to be applying this particular Omnomicron? No. Just no. Make sure you like the video and consider subscribing to your boy Scribe so you do not miss a thing. Make sure you also give a salute to my fine patrons, without whose support I would be probably, lying in a ditch by the side of the road. I mean, that's not true, but I make them believe that. Alright guys, peace out, and may the Force be with you.